Welcome back to another episode of Dear Cuz, man. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Cuz. You can call me Cuz. So today we'll be sharing stories from anonymous people who shared stories with us. You know, people who don't have cousins they can confide in. They can confide in us, man. I'm going to leave an email on the screen so that if you want us to share your story to the viewers, you can contact us on the email we're going to leave on the screen. Then we'll get back to you and you'll probably be invited to the next video and everything. So please like the video, subscribe, share. It helps us as the group to know that we're still doing the right thing, man. Thank you.
So we have an anonymous letter from the Cuz, and it reads as follows. Dear Cuz, I never thought I would be writing this letter, but I don't know who else to talk to. I'm tired. Every day I wake up with anxiety because I know I have to go back to a place where I don't feel safe. People laugh at me because of the way I look, the way I speak, and sometimes just because I choose to keep to myself. It started with jokes, but now it feels much deeper than that. They whisper when I walk past. They make comments that they think are funny. Sometimes they exclude me from groups activities, and other times they make me feel invisible. I often pretend that their words do not help me, but the truth is they do. I have started questioning myself. I'm not good enough. Is there something wrong with me? Why am I being treated this way? The hardest part is that many people don't take bullying seriously. They tell me to ignore it, to be strong, or that people are just joking. But these experiences stay with me long after laughter has faded. They affect how I see myself and how I interact with others. I miss the version of me that was confident and excited about life. Now, I overthink everything I say and do because I am afraid of being judged again. I don't want pity. I just want to know, how do I stop allowing other people cruelly to define my worth? How do I build my confidence after being made to feel small for so long? Has someone else ever felt like this? From Cuz trying to find their voice. Yeah, that's it.
So this one is practically about bullying, right?
Yeah.
I heard you mention things like people talking when they pass and everything, and I feel like we as people, we have mouth for a reason. We have a mouth for a reason. A person's specialty is to talk. Everybody will always talk. What are you doing right or bad, right? Whether you're doing good or bad, a person's always gonna talk. It's basically another thing like, when you live in, let me make an example. I live in this area, and then these people around this area are talking about me. If I move to a new area, it's only a matter of time before those new people start talking about me too. Do you get what I mean? So moving from this place, just because people talk about me or when I pass they talk about me, doesn't stop anybody from saying anything. The new people are gonna talk about me when they get used to me. So a person's specialty is to talk, and I feel like the only people that survive bullying are those who stand up to it.
But I want us to, I don't know, guys. I want us to discuss about this type of bill that she wrote about. I believe that she, because I've seen that she mentioned things like she has to wake up going to the same place that, you know, she knows exactly that she gets bullied all the time when she passes. People talk, they laugh.
Do you think it's school? Do you think it's something like school?
Yeah, okay. I think it's a workplace. I'm not sure.
Workplace now.
But let's just think, maybe it's a school or it's a workplace. What is happening? Let's talk about bullying in a workplace or school environment. Let's talk about it now. Because I do believe that bullying it's okay. What's the cause of bullying, guys? Before we go anywhere else.
You know, like the causes of bullying are a lot, bro. I feel like even jealousy is a part of it. Even jealousy, just like the thing you mentioned, the workplace, right? If right now I'm working under this O5 media and I'm used to, okay, it's only the four of us working. If the fifth person is hired right here, and then I feel like, nah, this person is getting the most, like he's getting the spotlight, right? One of us is going to start being jealous, or this person is taking our job. I feel like that's what happens at the workplace. They'll be like, this guy just pulled up right now. He started working on Friday, but the way he's working, the way he's introducing himself to the client is like he's acting as if he's better than us. That's where jealousy starts. We start talking about him. Hey, he's a newbie.
Things that are going to take him down.
Yeah. Yeah. They plant him. They do whatever they can do to make sure that he or she is fired at the workplace. So it's different. Some people feel threatened by the energy you bring at work. Or this one is gonna take my position anytime. Imagine if you were you know that in a few months' time you're gonna be promoted, and then they hire me. I come with a different energy.
So you're saying, okay, this might be my question. I hear what you say. So in the concept of the anonymous cousin or to us, possibilities might be that maybe she's a strong character.
Different, yeah.
Really
brings a lot of difference at workplace.
But tell me, they say charity begins at home. Do you think this kids who are bullying other kids, it's a matter of something is wrong at home?
Yeah, it starts at home actually, basically, yeah. It does start at home. Do you see like the all kids who live with abusive parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like if your mom and dad are always fighting, and then you can't get in the middle of it and stop them because you're a kid, you're too scared to stop them and everything. It's always in your mind. You start depressing about it. You start to develop anger issues and everything. And then some people grow up to think that is good to beat a woman up. Because every time when the mom messes up, the dad disciplines the mom. So you start growing up with that mentality of, when a lady is doing something wrong, I gotta discipline her with a slap or something.
You just reminded me of something. I'm sorry to cut you. There's somebody I hosted on the LGBTQI platform, and they said they started bullying other people because they were also bullied.
Yes.
So sometimes it could be the fact that I was bullied, so I'm retaining the energy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because honestly speaking, this thing is a painful topic, and it's very sensitive. Because I don't think it's just one of our cousins who to us who's experiencing the very same thing. But now I had a conversation with other guys that I was with some time ago, and it was painful for me to hear that this person was sharing their story that when they were still young, they were having this big body.
Okay.
Teachers, not just school learners. Teachers were the ones who
Yeah, that's very true. Remember I used to tell remember there's a time where I also told you that used to happen to me at school.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Whereby teachers you would wonder why, and then the teachers start like being jealous. Because this other time, if I can explain my story, I remember this other time I told you, I used to take a taxi from school to home. This other time it was Friday, it was not Friday, it was Thursday. I decided to walk home with my friends, and then I fell into a small, I don't know what I can call it, bro, but yeah. So my school shoes were actually wet because it was already 5 o'clock. So even if I did put them outside, they were not going to be dry and in time. Yeah, it was after school. It was like around 5 o'clock late. So on Friday, I went to school with my sneakers. Yeah. So some teachers know my background. They only thought he just wants to flex. They told me straight in my eyes, dog. Nah, this one.
So
his story is a lie. Yeah, they were like, his story is a lie. He just wanted to show off his sneakers. I'm like, what the fuck? And then because I was like with 6 people the previous day, they all saw what happened to me. And then the teachers, when I started discussing it out, this one is a lie. He just wants to flex and show off. I was like, yo, and that was real because the way they were talking about it, you could feel, bro, that they want to put me down or anything.
That was painful.
Yeah, that's how they are.
I've never experienced bullying, only because maybe I wasn't, but I was because you know what happened, because of my sexuality and the way I express myself, people used to bully me. They tried. I'm not gonna say they even won. They tried to bully me by saying maybe I won't walk past, and then they will say this thing. So I like to act like a boy, but with me, I would defend myself by
fighting them.
Patches.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I experienced that too much, but I do believe that.
But also, I wouldn't advise people to always get into a violent situation.
Like we're talking about Tampama, to be honest. Yeah, like that's how some situations where you can fake,
But
like with your words. There's some situations like after that, the nigga doesn't do no more bullying.
You guys are so violent.
Yeah. Because
but some people they will push you to that extent. Like when you look at my situation.
But trust me, after that, you're gonna regret it, because before I'm someone who's like, I think forward.
Okay.
I have anger issues, but I know how to talk to myself. I know how to put myself down and calm myself down. And also I believe before I attempt to do something, I'm gonna beat him or her.
Okay.
Most of the time it's girls, because I'm always around girls. what's gonna happen after?
But then I bet
How's
you
my
always win the fight because girls like pulling each other's hair. You don't have hair. You got your win and do you?
Obviously, but
Yeah.
that's what I don't want.
Girls when they fight, they pull each other's hair and you don't
Because
have
that's what's hard, okay.
yeah. Obviously, he wins.
You have you guys experienced bullying? We don't want to exclude you.
Yeah, I have.
Really?
My entire life, actually.
Damn. So how do you deal with that? What do you do? I mean, guys.
To be honest,
Cuz someone is very strict. What I want to know, I'm saying.
Oh,
Cuz
so
You involve the cards.
rule the law.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it comes to the question that I have because I wanted to know how do you deal with such if you don't want to be violent, because I do believe somebody who wrote to us is not somebody who can defend themselves with violence and all that. That is why they wrote to us to say because if you can look at the letter, it says how do I deal with this? Because please help me share the story on the platform and for sure go comment and share their stories. But now the question is how do we deal with this
Bullying.
when it comes to how you I think going through the law, guys, is the only way
It's
to
the
avoid a lot of
only way.
to avoid. So what do you do now? Okay,
And I also believe silence is the best answer, guys.
Yeah,
I don't want to lie.
but now you
Silence
see
is the
letter.
best answer.
Did you see the letter?
Yes.
They are saying on the letter, sometimes people tell me to ignore it, but trust me, it is painful. So you're going to live with the pain because you choose to be ignorant. But something must be done.
Yeah, actually, something must be done. But I feel like the only way to stop bullying completely is to stand up to the bully, bro.
But how do you do that? How so? The big question here is how. Because
Yeah.
tell me, since where you're saying you're dealing with them via the law, right? Okay, share with us. So
It's time, though.
Yeah, the law takes
It's
time.
time.
I mean, you go January, they open a case. They would go come March. South Lapida 15. South Lapida 15 by March.
It takes time.
So it's not.
and then the other thing that I think is a problem is the matter of in the meantime when you take matters into your own hands is going to be a problem because that person can come back by opening a case for you.
Yeah.
So I really don't know how can we deal with it.
Because like what I wanted to share is that you see like bullying at a workplace is different from school. School it's worse. School is worse though. At school it's like 15 kids discussing you. It's not only like one person whereby you can fight this person and say, at school it's 15 kids. Yeah, you're trying to defend yourself. They wait for you at the gate after school. You can't. That's why at school it's worse. At school it's worse.
And I believe it's traumatizing.
Very
At
bad.
school it's
Very
worse.
traumatizing. Very traumatizing. I don't know if you guys saw here in Bethlehem. I think it was 3 weeks, not good expect last month or the month before. There was this video that was circulating from a specific school.
Yeah, I know that. They made the kid go naked.
Yeah, the kid was naked. How do you sleep? And the bad part is some others will take a video. You will see yourself circulating on
social media.
Okay, first of all, you have to deal with these people that are bullying you. Secondly, you have to face the world knowing that everybody knows you.
That's why I'm saying it's gonna be crazy because now like you're afraid to go to school. Even when you are home, there's no people who judge you. You're at the shop. You hear somebody talking about you at the back of the line. That's the person.
Yeah.
You at school, you can't get into the class. When I'm not gonna get in, they're gonna laugh at you. Come on, it's gonna be
But I
crazy.
feel like it would depend what kind of a bullying that you experienced. How did you trend on social media? If you trended and people felt pity for you.
Sometimes I feel.
But if you go all around, everyone is going to be like, we're so sorry, you saw what happened, so we're sorry for you. But if it's like into MP, that's when they're going to mock you. But if they felt pity for you, you're going to be okay to walk around.
You know, like this.
And I believe it what you take in your mind. You know, I'm someone who, I believe everything that you register in your mind, it's going to happen. If you say, I can't do this, you won't be able to do it. So when I will go to go, you know, this is how I'm going to deal with this. Do a self-introspection. Sit and look at yourself in the mirror, even if you don't. You know what, I've experienced this and I'm going to pray about it and then be okay. After all, but I'm just only going to train for a week and then after that, there's life.
I just wanna say this. Like, there's this guy. I used to love this guy, man. He used to be my friend, but I can't mention his name. But he was aggressive, right?
Okay.
He was smoking drugs. He was aggressive. He was always fighting at school. And then one day it happened when I was chilling with him during break. He started beating up a person with asthma.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then the teachers already had.
That's why I say, think of the consequences.
The teachers already had heard enough, ne? I mean, they started beating him up until he quit school. But he quit school like after the teachers beat him up. Another bully. He started quitting school. So oh God, not only did the bullying fuck up his life, but it also changed his future.
And I think this is remember some people that go to an extent of committing suicide.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then I have a biggest question there. Like, why when somebody like me, I've never experienced bullying it. Why when somebody bullies you, why can't you go home and tell your favorite person, like your brother or your uncle, that you know can stand up for you? People are going quiet about these things. And I believe if I got bullied, and then I was in a situation whereby I see, oh, now here I can't stand up for myself. I was gonna go get my dad crazy, bro. If in case you didn't know, I was gonna go get him.
I get your point, because all the time I always remind my nieces, because they
gotta tell you when they get home. Yeah.
At least tell me. I'm not gonna throw a drama or something, but please tell me so that I know in which way do I get to, address this. Because I remember my sibling, the last one of my mother and father, she was bullied when she was in secondary.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had to go to that school. But I liked the way they handled the situation.
Yeah, because
the situation was, they used to take her lunchbox, and then maybe after they used to steal it. Let me say so. They would steal the lunchbox and put some stones inside. But she knew.
I'm sorry,
but she knew. She knew. But she knew those people, because it will not only be her experiencing that, but people will tell her. So
do you see what I meant when I say you can stand up to bullying? He knows they steal his lunchbox. He poisoned the lunchbox.
Yeah, my mother did that, but it was not a present. You know what my mother did? She made a sandwich, but inside she put some
laxatives.
Okay.
With some stone yana. It was a nasty thing, but not a poison.
Okay.
And then she wrote a letter and put it inside the lunchbox to say whoever who's going to still enjoy and go to it. So and trust me, they did still that one that was specially made for them, but I don't know how was the.
So after that experience,
I had to step in.
Okay.
I went to school and then I spoke to the principal. That's what
I want. That's what I wanted to happen.
All of them. We sat down with them, and yeah, I mean,
because let me tell you something. It's not teachers take these things lightly. Trust me, dog.
Facts.
I've seen people report.
Teachers will treat you. I'm sorry to say this, but we need to tell the truth. It is the only thing that will set us free. I realize at school, it depends on who you are, who's your mother. Who's your
but do they know you? Yeah.
Maybe
I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen that.
Once a principal or maybe an STB member or a principal or whatsoever, a teacher somewhere, somebody known.
Bro, that's why some kids die at school. That's what I'm saying. These teachers are taking these matters lightly, blind. I don't want to lie. I've seen a lot of people report a lot of things. They didn't get lightly, and then they were like, gosh. It's a lot.
It's a serious matter, guys. Let's see. The last part of this letter says, I'm interested in this part. Has anyone else ever felt like this? So it's have you been bullied, Cass? No, it's only you, and it was to you. I think it was.
You know, I cannot say I've been bullied before, but I'm someone who's, I could say, but I'm someone who I believe everything happens for a reason, man. Yeah. I get sensitive. There, and how much I into something, I just ignore it. As long as you type.
Yeah, I bet now feel like why I was not being bullied. Let me tell you something. A lot of people that don't know me will tell you this. I used to fight. I used to fight a lot. So I changed. When I started studying, I changed completely. Like there was time where I was like, 3 years passed and I didn't fight at all.
But you see, where do I come from when I tell you that I used to, that's how I used to defend myself against bullying, because this is the thing. To think about it now, If I didn't do anything about those people who were criticizing me, trust me, they were going to bully me so much.
That's what I'm saying. Some people need words and they're like, no, please change. Don't do this to me. Blah, blah, blah. Somebody needs a slap.
I even feel like this one of you guys saying, choose to know. Guys, how do I know when I know that emotionally I'm being damaged every day?
Every day.
How do you choose to?
That's what I'm saying. If you can't speak to somebody at home
And you
to defend you, do something.
The thing, they must do it every time when they see you. That's what I'm saying. How do we deal with this? Because it is not only one person who wants to us who's experiencing this, but there's a lot out there.
But I want to tell you as well, Atma, now I'm recalling it.
Okay.
I've once been bullied. And it's a very funny story because, like, I think I was doing grade 10, if not 11.
Mm.
And then I experienced a bully, and then Muto ang bullying. O bully because of Muto am khutwa high. I was so young for that drama. I was like, please don't in school. I give it yeah, sister wife how. So now I would laugh about it. I would laugh about it and get how and Leona. Bang was put and then until Kibona, this is really serious. And I remember I told my grandma about that. And then my grandma got my lane. Now we went to Hamono. So they were like, please stop doing that. All that. And I remember that I cried.
Yeah.
I cried. I was so hurt because
It's not nice to do.
it's not nice.
So the question that I have is that I think we need to emphasize and make sure that it's clear on our podcast here. How do one deal with bullying? And we're talking about maybe a workplace and school. Obviously, at school you need to report it.
You need to
But what
report.
happens in the matter of if
Will they take you serious? That's the thing.
yeah. So do we have maybe? But I do think that there are teachers who deal with maybe. Because if at school there are people who are assigned to deal with such things.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they take them
remember-
lightly, dog. Yo, they take them lightly.
It depends. Okay.
Those things, the teachers would even see y'all. They'll be in a staff room. They see y'all fighting after school at the gate. You will never see one teacher coming down. It has to be the gardener stopping y'all or some. They can't, man. They don't do that.
But the thing, the truth of the matter is this thing needs to be reported.
But then it's so easy. If you can't stop bullying, it's either you go get your parents or you call us. We are here. We are here.
Because can you just write to us and tell
They can just write to us that we've been bullied. We'll pull up there. No problem. Yeah, no problem. We'll do that.
So you guys are saying if there is somebody who's out there and they are bullied, they can write to this podcast and report the matter and state all the details. If maybe it is done, maybe at school, let's just say so.
Because I feel like teachers will take it seriously that way.
More. I mean, it's more. I don't know. Dominant.
You know what pisses teachers off, ne? They'll be pissed off. Oh, why did this kid go right to their class instead of coming to us? Yeah, but it shows a different story. When I tell y'all take it lightly. Their class took it seriously to a point that they woke up and came to y'all.
But you must remember, and guys, remember. You see this platform that you have created for people. It's going to be one of those that are going to be very busy. You know why? Because these kids, they can't go to teachers because sometimes the response from a teacher.
Yeah.
Even they can't even go to their parents because they feel like they are not that open to speak to your parents, and then go have actually that comfort.
Yes.
So maybe if we can keep you anonymous, send the letter, and then we see how.
And
we
I
take that.
think, do you guys think it is fine for them to come in into your studio so that they can speak to you?
Yeah, share the stories. I prefer that. That would be dope. Yeah.
So how can friends, families, or at school, maybe communities also become a better support to the system? What do you think?
I think there should be campaigns for that, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I feel like there should be campaigns for that.
We should take it seriously.
We should be taken seriously. There's a lot of suicides that happen due
Because
to bullying in a year.
Because now it's gonna be generation after
Do you know how many suicides happen due to bullying in a year? Yo. A
I
lot.
think something must be done. There should be a campaign maybe that happens regularly, especially in school, even in our workplaces. Because this person, I can tell that it's not a school kid or something. It happens a lot. Not a lot. It happens at our workplace. Everyone's ahead.
And then again, it starts from the mind. You know, like, do you see these videos whereby when there's a drug addict at your house, they call this guy to come and then get you and everything.
Oh.
Imagine if they knew when you bully someone, we might pull up to you like that. You would never, bro. You might never bully someone. You'll be scared. Or, hey. These people will be here anytime.
I think we should consider doing a program like that.
That would be dope.
How many people you will be helping?
A lot.
A
lot.
That they know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When there's a drug, you know who to call.
Take for instance,
Yeah. When there's a drug addict in a crib, you know who to call. But when there's a bully somewhere, they should call us.
Yeah, I think we should
It's too easy. Yeah, it's too easy.
and remember there are many types
Yeah.
of bullying. There's cyber,
There are types of
sexual
bullying, yes.
bullying. People are experiencing a lot of bullying.
Right.
There's a
We
lot.
should consider it, guys. We need to talk about it. Okay, man. It is what it is. Okay, let's tackle the things that I think people would want to know. Here it says, what would you say? Okay, this question is to us. What would you say to someone who feels like they have lost their confidence because of bullying? Let's just talk to those who are bullied.
As a need, guys, keep perspective, and I believe that if you don't become the topic, you're not doing good in life. You need to become a topic to show that you're on top.
Yeah, because
That
nobody
has
could
been
criticize.
my
Yeah.
go-to. And I believe of it. You're not doing great.
Okay.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
Where
right,
is the breakaway
it's
now?
nothing.
What's it next? Like why?
Yeah.
Guys, I hear you, and I'm not disputing. That's what I'm saying, but I'm thinking of there's somebody who came into my mind. Their self-confidence is very
High. Oh, low. Okay.
You see what you're saying? It can help other people like me. To be honest with me, now I have a high self-esteem. If you talk about,
You're an MC. What do you expect?
yeah, no,
How you say MC?
but other people they cannot. I think counseling is also needed for people who are bullied.
Oh.
But then counseling works. You know what? Counseling works both ways, bro. Like, if you really want to be there, it's gonna work. There are some people, you could put a therapist in front of me, and I will still not be fully honest with her. It's not gonna work for me. Yeah, but then I'm only giving the therapist 30% of my story.
Alright.
70% I'm keeping it private. It's not gonna work. I feel like a person who needs therapist, I need a therapist. That person's gonna be fully open to the therapist like that. It's like these people who go to rehab. Someone goes to rehab for 1 year and then how could you go? Maybe your problem was alcohol. Ne? When they get home, first Saturday, sat down. Do you know what the problem is? Ne? I feel like I used to tell my brothers, I was like, why when you take somebody to rehab that has a problem of drugs, ne? Why umkopanya ba drug addicts? It's not gonna work because I'd be like, do you know how they first caught me at my house? I smoke drugs. You'd be like, how? I'd be like, Nikki Pishisa Gango. He would like, I say, better. On the that's less small, and I you'd be like, and Naga Jubaka Emerald Chande. But now, I'm like, fuck, I said to me, I'm not gonna hear because I get about the Jubaka Emerald. But imagine if a drug addict was being put in a place, but Basa to be drugs, the conversation is different. The conversation is never about drugs. But when I hear about drugs, no, because my friend, his uncle. I'm sure he's gonna watch this too. When I like a problem with alcohol, that man after a way since I can get the guy na. But I'm like fuck.
So on that matter that we are discussing, I was talking for people who are saying, psychologically and emotionally, I need some help in order for me to stand for myself. So there are those that cannot stand for themselves. But again, guys, like we are saying, there are teachers who are responsible to work with bullying. Even in the workplace, we have things like what we call the unions. I mean, you can talk to your reps. Do they call them reps? What do you call them?
Class reps.
Not class reps. At work. We have union members, man. What do you call them? I forgot. When I put it says there's somewhere you can take this matter. You can even call and make
Yeah, always.
you can make a call and be anonymous and report to the head office. I'm very sure because I've seen that happening. There is a number that you call. You can keep yourself as anonymous. It's fine, but there's a way that in which you would be able to deal with this whole thing. But now, what about the people that are not working and they're experiencing it in the community?
Here we are. This is a safe space.
So they can
Yeah, this is the safe space. I feel like
so this is what we are saying. For those that have no one, like Dear Cars podcast,
we're here for you.
We are here for them. So somebody can write to you guys and they can be anonymous if they want to talk to you. If they are not afraid, they can come here. Or we can set up a meeting to meet with them and help them to address the matter.
And we're going to make sure they are helped, no cap.
If you say so.
100%. 100%.
But hey guys, this thing is real, man. I you know what I do? I don't like to give advices or to, I don't know how to say this. Yeah, let me just say advices. I don't like to give advices on the situations that I've never experienced. But with me, if somebody were to ask me, how did you deal with people were criticizing me? I used to be those people a lot. It will be a matter of if somebody criticizing me, it's bullying. If somebody is bullying me and this person I can see they are old, I will just, I guess, choose to ignore. But I wouldn't, because I remember there was a time I took my dad to school because of the sexuality thing issue. My dad went to school and those 2 boys, they were called into the office and it was dealt with in the principal's office to say, if you dare again call this person you are going to be dealt with. They are going to call your parents and they are going to dismiss you from school because we don't do that here. That's one of the key. But it was not severe. But I'm worried about people like the cousin wrote to us.
Yeah.
You can even feel it from the letter that it is severe. This person is losing their confidence. This person is losing, the way they look at themselves, because I remember it is said that I don't see myself and I miss the old me, the confident me, the happy me. But guys, is it fair though? Is it fair that you guys?
It's not, dog.
This bullying thing is not nice. I don't want to lie. I don't even want to go to being in a space whereby I'm being bullied, because I know that my anger issues come from me being criticized.
You know the advice I have for this person who wrote for us. They're like, is that a she or he? We're not sure.
No, just
They, let me say they, right? They should try to find that person that loves them in a family, bro. That they know, if I discuss this thing with them, they can go fight on top. There's always that person, even if your own family doesn't like you, there's always that uncle, there's always that auntie who can say, you need that person in your life. Because as kids, we don't talk these things with our parents, man. They judgmental as hell. Yeah, that's why they bottle things up. So that's why you could find somebody, their neighbor. Because how do you think next door? Yeah, the neighbor move for the ideas instead of judging.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, we find family in strangers, man. And guys, I like the fact that you have opened this platform for people to come and talk to you. Because you would say from here, if somebody comes and talk to you, you are taking the responsibility of helping them come out of the bullying. That's what
They have to.
That's going to be a big responsibility for
A bigger responsibility they have
because
to.
of our community and the love that we have for people. That is why I believe you created this platform of Dear Cars. You are taking, the burden of saying we'll try to help you. We'll take it we'll take the route, the lower route. We'll maybe step into your school environment, or we'll go to your workplace and talk to the union and say, do you know that you have this kind of a problem that this particular person is experiencing? I think you should register in NPO. Is it an NPO? Right. Okay. Before we wrap it up, I would like to say this to the person who wrote to us. To every cause listening, right? The way others treat you does not determine your value. Do we agree? You deserve kindness, respect, and a space where you can be exactly who you are. Your voice matters, and your story has a home here. So to everyone who's out there watching this podcast, if you have a story that you'd like to share with us, it can be a painful or painful story, or whether you are confused, or it can be anything that you would like to share with your cousins. I mean, we are all cousins here. So write to us, man. tell us what you're going through. Share with us your experiences, something that you know that I cannot tell anyone, but I would like to share it with a stranger.
I'd love to.
Write to us. And
We
tell
got
us,
you.
"Hey,
We got you. We got you. No
I'm
lie.
going through this difficult time. Hey, cause I'm going through this, confusion season. I'm going through this particular season of my life, because I will call it a season. And please help me, and so that I know how to maneuver and." Yeah.
I just thought about this. Imagine if the bullies this person. That's what I'm trying I like what it's too much.
There's something responsibility for us to take. But hey, guys, it said that umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu.
Yeah.
Sometimes I guess.
So that's we're not going there to fight, but we're going there to help
Fix the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these people.
Asili thina.
Yeah. No.
Asiyazubulwa abantu. Siyayithaba itronko. Right.
We're not gonna fight, and it's not advisable, like you said,
Yes.
that you don't advise people to
To be violent.
No, that's what Joel said. Me, I say. Me, I say. There are some situations you can fix with your mouth. Some situations, fact.
Yes.
Some situation they need you to stand up. Some situation they do you know how shocking it will be for you? Bully we clap,
Bro.
before they fight back, but it's shocking. Like no, I'm gonna firearm. I'm gonna take up on me when I'm making a match. Shake the face. Yo, mpama pa, I'm talking can heal clapu. I'm too much dog.
I wanted. Okay, it's fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. Guys, we are going to wrap this podcast up. Is there anything that you guys want to share? Cause you have never said anything. We experienced.
Is there anything you want to share? Because I don't have anything else to share.
And thank you for joining us, guys.
Some know what's up, man. It's the dear cuz. 4 cousins in here, man.
Yeah.
4 cousins in here, dear cuz. You know what's up. You better like, subscribe, and share the video and everything, man. You like, it helps us to know we're still doing the right thing. You know, we're gonna be dropping. Stay tuned. Maybe sometimes we're gonna have guests and everything. Every Wednesday.
Yes.
Sometimes we're gonna have guests.
Yeah, sometimes we will. If you are confident, you can come.
What's about the
There's another, because it's 4 cousins. It's 4 cousins and on the table. There's another homeless cousin at the back of. There's another homeless cousin at the back of Mr. Choosy there.
It's for all of us.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share the vision and mission of this podcast so that people are aware of the podcast and what we are doing. Man, just share it. I think we'll write it somewhere so that people can.
Yeah, we'll write it. No
On
problem.
the bio or the about.
Yeah, about.
So that
On the description, yeah, that would be
what type
cool.
of letters we are willing to be entertaining and But it's fine. Thank you so much, guys, for coming together. It is what it is.
We are, man. Stay tuned.
time.
Stay tuned.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.